Well, two of the biggest charities that care for pets raise millions of dollars each and every year, all through donations. But a new report tonight finds little, if any, of that money makes its way to local shelters. The charities in question, the Humane Society of the U.S. and the ASPCA. We get more now from Bill O'Neill.
The report claims that animal lovers think they're helping their local shelter, such as the SPCA of the Triad, when they donate money to these national charities. The report, Profits Over Pet Shelters, finds the two charities gave less than 2% of the millions of dollars they collected in 2021 to local shelters.
I don't think anyone has really gone out there and blown the whistle on these groups and said, hey, we need to educate folks.
The report from the Center for the Environment says the lack of support for local shelters is, quote, abysmal, and criticizes how much money executives at the charities are paid.
So you have the CEO of the ASPCA, a charity, making nearly $1 million a year.
Hi, say hi, Strawberry.
Local shelters like the SPCA of the Triad confirm the report's findings.
We don't receive any money from the ASPCA or resources of any kind.
The same is true for the Humane Society of the U.S. The report finds local shelters didn't receive any money from the national charity in 2021.
I would focus on what we do to help the shelters.
The state director for the Humane Society says her organization helps local shelters in many ways, including providing truckloads of pet supplies and law enforcement training.
Maybe they don't get money directly from us, but they do get support in other ways.
Profits Over Pet Shelters is also critical of the national charity's fundraising efforts. The report finds widespread confusion over similar sounding names. The Humane Society of the U.S. has no affiliation with local shelters that use Humane Society in their titles. And the ASPCA has no affiliation with local SPCAs. Do you believe that organizations like the ASPCA should be sharing with you?
I think, one, it would be helpful, to be honest, obviously. But I think if they're not, they just need to make that very clear to people.
Shelters like the SPCA of the Triad say they're struggling. Intake of animals is up, donations are down.
And most of the local shelters are being run by low-paid or unpaid volunteers who are on the front lines of this crisis. We need to get more money from these national organizations in the hands of the local groups.
If you'd like to know more about your own donations, there are a number of charity rating services available online, and they're all free of charge. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
Bill, thank you. The National ASPCA declined our request for an interview today, but a spokesperson tells us they provide help with animal cruelty cases and mentor spay and neuter clinics in the Triad. The spokesperson also claims the ASPCA gave North Carolina $350,000 in grants. That was back in 2021. But Profits Over Pet Shelter, a report from them shows that the national charity only provided $55,000 in that same year, and none of that money went to shelters in the Piedmont Triad.